Well, all right, lads, we're back. Another update video, a little bit more motivated and a little bit less of a shite mood because I believe breaks the new parts I just bought. I believe I have figured it out. I have figured out how we are going to fix the car. Now, I did a little bit of testing. If you haven't watched the last video, the Golf is dead. I think a lot of people did. The video did get a lot of views. And if you haven't, we bent the injector tension plate studs right there. And I actually have a test one right here. So what I ended up doing is I had a spare motor that I had access to. It wasn't the one that's over here. It was just another one. And I was actually able to pull the stud out of the spare motor with, for those of you that are mechanics or work on your own cars, the double nut method, where it's you just kind of secure two nuts onto the thread and then counter spin the other one off, and it actually pulled the thread or the stud out of the head of the spare motor that I tested it on. And lucky for me, I spent a couple of hours digging for part numbers to find those studs, and I found them. So they're a replaceable part. I'll get the part number. I will link everything for all the parts that I bought online in the description. This is the OEM part number for the studs if you ever have to run, or if you ever run into this issue. Right here, it's the N911-64201 number. That is for the stud that connects the injector tension plate to the head of the CJAA. And then I do have brand new injector tension plates as well. Part number on that one, 059-130-216 Charlie. Like I said, I will link everything in the description. I'll put ECS links. I'll also put Volkswagen OEM part links. We're gonna try and pull the studs out now on the motor, the bent studs specifically. I actually bought 8 of those studs because I want to replace all of them at this point. If I'm gonna do one, might as well do them all, just to have peace of mind, brand new hardware in there so we can hopefully drive this car before it's -10 outside in Canada. So I'm gonna throw you guys on the tripod and we're just gonna get to pulling stuff apart. I'm actually not gonna be able to get the car to run today because one of the things that happened when actually here, I'll show you the other side of the broken tension plate, injector tension plate. It's literally snapped. But one of the things that's really annoying with having to now wait a couple more days for parts is this guy right here. So these are the injector seals that sit, the tube, this bit slides up the injector and then it seals the injector to the valve cover. And so when the injector tension plate failed, it was pushing up on this plate, and I don't know if you can really tell, but it's no longer flat. So a shitload of oil due to the crankcase pressure is leaking past that. Ooh, and I almost wiped out. And onto the valve cover, which I have sitting right here. So I have to wait for those because it's just gonna keep getting continually oily. Speaking of crankcase pressure, I went ahead and picked up something from Radium Engineering that I'm gonna show you guys how to install in another video. So don't forget to subscribe if you want to see a cool setup for some crankcase pressure stuff. As those of you that have followed me for my A3 build know that I am not a huge fan of Volkswagen PCV systems and the companies that make aftermarket catch can kits because they don't work. So I'm gonna make something a little bit custom, test it out, kind of see how it goes, and build it so that I can benefit from being on such a huge turbo application. And just for those of you that haven't really seen this before, this is probably the only opportunity you'll ever actually get to see the 2872 on my car hooked up to the engine. There it is. It just goes to show you just absolutely how large a 2872 actually is compared to a 2-liter block. So there she is back there, all set up and everything. Pretty big boy. I have the stock turbo somewhere. I'll show you guys in another video just how big the CR140 is compared to the 2872, but the 2872 is massive. So there's that guy. But without rambling on too much more, I'll put you guys on the tripod and we'll pull these studs out. And of course, you guys know I had to call in some reinforcements.
What up, homie?
So the hard part of all of this is going to be getting the extra nuts onto the bent studs here. As you can see, they are pretty
bent.
Sometimes it's nicer bent. It just kind of hooks straight in.
Yeah.
Gives it that leverage.
The leverage.
But unfortunately, in this situation, the leverage went kaboom.
Yup. Kaboom. So I'm gonna set you guys up. Up over here.
I mean, it's only a Wednesday.
Yep. Well, it came off pretty easy on the other motor, so that's kind of where I'm just... No, you have to double nut it, so that when you
Oh, are you tightening it right now?
Yeah, so I have to tighten the top one and then loosen the bottom one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, look at that. And now as you can see, the entire stud is now spinning out.
Oh my god. Dude, look at the twist on that.
I know,
Oh
right?
my
Look how
God,
bent
it's
it
so
is.
bent. I hope you can. Oh, wait, let's see if you can catch that on there. Wow. You.
That's crazy. Look how bent that is.
Put your hand behind it. Put your hand behind it just to give it a back. Dude.
Yep. So that's why my injectors keep not having proper cylinder pressure. But there you go. So at least we know that we can replace those for any of you guys that ever have the tension plates fail like that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass process to have to take the valve cover completely off. It works, that's what matters. So now we're gonna have to, the tricky part about this now is splitting the nuts off of the stud, because I need to reuse that nut. That's crazy though, like look at how bent that is.
Wow.
Look at it from here.
Oh my. Sir, you'll have a running car in no time.
In no time, baby, hopefully by tomorrow.
And it will be running for a while.
Yes, fingers crossed. My god, this one is absolutely pooched. Holy. Oh my. Damn.
Damn, brother.
Damn, brother. Okay, the next important thing is I need to now measure how deep these need to go back in.
For those of you that don't know, this man has built and blown this engine 3 times. And he refuses to give up
Nope.
on a Golf, bro. On a Golf. I'm not kidding you. Look at his YouTube videos. Wait, are we on? Yes, we are. Bought it. My new big turbo. Installing racing seats. Big turbo flutter. Dyno. Installing a massive injector. My Mark 6 GTD died at the track. 45 PSI killed my Mark 6. Tune down. How much money did it cost? Installing my 400 horsepower TDI engine in my Mark 6 GTI. I blew up my fully built GTD engine in 3 days. My Mark 6 GTD update and the new drift car. The Mark 6 GTD is dead again.
I feel like I'm just being outed over here, bro.
Just
Oh no. Motherfucker.
big props. Can't believe you're still building this engine. The little race car that could. And then I haven't been into my.
Okay, that should be about right.
Pretty safe. Like, oh, thanks, government.
All right, so there we go. 2 of the 8 studs are done. Not too bad of a process, but now looking at every other single stud up on this valve train, they are all bent. So it's kind of good that we went ahead and got set up to do 8, because we're definitely going to need to do all 8. So I'm now going to, through the power of video editing, jump to where this is complete. So here's me in 2 hours. Amazing transition, Mr. Kim. All right, so all 8 of the studs are now in the vehicle, as you can see. Everything is perfectly straight. So now it's basically just put it back together. There's a couple of other things I'm gonna kind of screw around with before I put it all back together, because I kind of want to tidy up a little bit of the wiring and stuff that's in the back here. And then I actually have to put a new gasket on the V-band as well for the downpipe, because that is missing because my downpipe randomly fell off the other night while I was driving, so that was good. Once that's done, I'm gonna put the valve cover back on, and then I'm just waiting for those plate seals I was talking about. So it's not gonna start today in this video, because this video is gonna come out on Friday, and then the next video that you'll see will be the car running, and then we have some suspension to review, because I did put the white line sway bars in the car from that last video that I did. That's super sick. But yeah, so I'll show you guys one more time, because I don't know if you'll actually be able to tell. Actually, I guess I can use one. But these are the other big thing that we had to replace. So these are the, like I said, the injector tension plates. One thing I didn't know when I was putting everything back together is these tension plates are replace always. The more you know, I guess, but this is what they look like. So as you can see, actually I guess we can kind of go over to the light just a little bit. When you have metal that's under tension, that's usually due to how well it can rebound. So if you look at the injector plate on this side and the angle at which it creates the U shape, so it angles down, and you look at the brand new one, you can definitely see how this one has a lot more of a bend to it, and the tabs on the outside are a lot more flat than this one. So this shouldn't have been reused, and this is a brand new one. So that's part of the reason that the injectors keep, I guess, not holding cylinder pressure in, if that makes, or tensioning, I guess, the injector to the cylinder head, is because these guys are worn out and these guys are brand new. So I didn't know that, so good to know for any of you guys that are planning on building fast CJAAs. Replace these, because they need to be replaced. These are like $13 on ECS Tuning. Just do it. It's part of it. You can buy them as a injector service kit with the valve cover seal, injector seals, and with the tension plate. And I think that kit's like $110 every time you do this. Might as well do it, but I'm not gonna bother putting any of the injectors back in today, as I said, because I have to replace these plates, which I will probably do in the next video. Just throw it all back together and we'll go for a little rip, make sure everything works. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for actually showing a lot of love on the update video that I did last, and I guess the future update videos for the Golf. And also big shout out to Mr. Kim for helping with today's video with the moral support, and also just the good vibes and helping me with tools and that kind of thing. But anyways, guys, peace out. I will see you in the next Golf build or drive or update video, whatever you want to call it. Check out the my Instagram in the description, the Reckless Instagram, my personal one, and then also my TikTok. I have been posting a lot of TikToks. But anyways, peace out. I'll see you in the next video.
Hola. This man,
I hate you,
has dropped a nut in his engine, and we were looking for it. Dora, 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 the Explorer. Oh!
I see it. It's right here.
Crisis averted. Nice.